Khamzat Chimaev just sent a message to Sean Strickland that could spark a fight outside the Octagon. What started as trash talk just got real, and it's personal now. A war of words has erupted between former teammates Khamzat Chimaev and Sean Strickland, and Chimaev isn't staying silent. In a recent interview, Sean Strickland accused Chimaev of dodging real competition during training and called him a beat for selectively choosing easier sparring partners. Strickland even mocked a video where he sarcastically praised Chimaev, saying, "Oh, you're so good. You're better than everybody." He brought up the time Chimaev briefly stepped away during COVID, hinting at mental weakness. But Chimaev, who's just days away from his UFC 319 title fight against Dricus du Plessis, responded sharply at a media day in Los Angeles. He said that Strickland never said any of this to his face when they trained together. It was only after Chimaev's travel visa issues and his departure from Las Vegas that Strickland started running his mouth. Chimaev made it clear that if Strickland truly has a problem, he knows where to find him. "When I came back, I'm in Los Angeles. Come on. If it's something personal for you, just come. I'm here, whenever he wants." This direct challenge from Chimaev shows the bad blood is real and could set up a future grudge match, especially if Chimaev captures the middleweight title at UFC 319. If you're loving these intense UFC updates, hit that subscribe button right now. MMA Thread brings you the hottest MMA drama, fights, and stories daily. Despite having trained with Khamzat Chimaev in the past, Sean Strickland has made it clear he's not rooting for his former teammate. Ahead of UFC 319, Strickland publicly predicted that Dricus du Plessis will successfully defend his middleweight title against Chimaev, and he had some sharp reasons. Strickland, who went 10 rounds with du Plessis in 2 fights, believes the South African champion is the more complete and dangerous fighter. He also spent time sparring with Chimaev in Las Vegas years ago and claims that Chimaev's wrestling wasn't hard to stop. According to Strickland, the hype around Chimaev's grappling is overblown. You go in ING starts this one-to-one guy, but there's guys like Edmund Shabazian, high-level UFC fighters, and you're picking the one-to-one fighter because you think he's the same height as your opponent. No, dude, you're picking him because you're AB. Strickland clearly doesn't see Chimaev as a real threat to du Plessis and thinks Chimaev's gym behavior reflects his true level, not what fans see in the Octagon. Even more notably, Strickland's bitterness seems personal, not just professional. By siding with du Plessis, who beat him in a close split decision to take the title, Strickland is showing that he has no loyalty to Chimaev despite their shared history. This rivalry may not end at words. If Chimaev wins the belt, it could reignite a new personal and professional feud between him and Strickland in the Octagon. Khamzat Chimaev is finally on the cusp of what he's been chasing for years, a UFC title shot, headlining UFC 319 against middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis. After dominating his first 8 UFC opponents with sheer aggression and elite grappling, this marks his long-awaited chance to prove himself as a true champion. But while Chimaev is locked in on du Plessis, his future options are already generating buzz, and they include some massive names. A victory at UFC 319 could open the door to a heated grudge match with Sean Strickland, who has now positioned himself as a vocal rival. A long-anticipated clash with Israel Adesanya, whom many fans hoped Chimaev would face after Adesanya's loss to Strickland. Or even a surprise return to the welterweight division, which Chimaev recently hinted at, despite past weight-cutting issues. That last idea raised eyebrows. Chimaev infamously missed weight before UFC 279, which forced the UFC to reshuffle the entire card. Since then, he's made a full-time move to middleweight. However, he now claims he may go back down if the right opportunity presents itself, perhaps to chase the 170-pound title and become a 2-division UFC champion. And while Strickland is trying to discredit Chimaev's skills publicly, many insiders believe Chimaev remains one of the most dangerous fighters in the UFC, with his blend of wrestling pressure, power, and intensity. Whether he beats du Plessis or not, Chimaev's journey is far from over. And with rivals like Strickland lurking, the drama inside and outside the cage is just getting started. You've seen the heat between Chimaev and Strickland. Now imagine if they settle it in the cage. Subscribe to MMA Thread and never miss the fire leading up to UFC 319 and beyond.